Alright, y'all, I was wrong. I take back everything I said. Everybody simp for Ingrid right now because she is viable for Gear Dungeon 2 and 1. I don't know why I said it backwards, but anyway, good for stages 10. So I just completed that just now and I will show you guys how I did it.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in it.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's Fart Pancakes here, and I am back with another Watcher of Realms video. This time I'm going to explain the viability of Ingrid in Gear Dungeon 1 and 2 because I did have a request to try to showcase or test her in there. So to all the YouTube comments and feedback that I received that explained her single target, they were like, why didn't you do this? And then it just hit me like, yeah, why didn't I do that? So anyway, thanks to everybody calling me out on her single target range for Ingrid's viability. So everything here is going to be the exact same as I did for my original Watcher comp for this, except I will be switching out Alistair with Ingrid in place and explain where the workarounds for Ingrid will be, and the strat overall will exactly be the same. And then I will go over how I tried to get her to work in Gear Dungeon 1. Alright, let's get into the video. So here's the team comp. It's exactly the same as before. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly just run through this whole thing because the strategy is exactly the same as I explained in my previous video. I'm just making accommodations for Ingrid. And I'm gonna go ahead and deploy her and use her ult right away because single target mode will put her into this range here for typical mages, and I'm just gonna switch back and forth between that because she is on a Soulbound Arcana set, so I just want to get her those stacking damage right away. But yeah, I won't really explain too much and walk through everything else that I'm doing just because everything's the same and would feel a little redundant. So as I mentioned, I'm just gonna explain the workarounds for Ingrid only. So hopefully I got enough stacks there. I believe I've ulted 5 times already, so that should be max stacks for her. That was just barely enough. Might be gear gap, but it's fine because when you complete this and you activate POD, then you're fine. But yeah, you can just you can refer back to the first video and rewatch everything for this strategy in general, especially if you're not planning to use Ingrid. So this video is just showcasing like an actual showcase for Ingrid because I didn't do that properly before. And then a few more seconds here, Ingrid will be back up. Right away, I will put her in single target mode. And yeah, so everything you would do for Alistair or any other single target mage, doesn't even have to be Alistair. You can use like Seraphina, Hex, Nocturne, anybody would work. So I'll get rid of the Ingrid here because we don't need her there anymore. This is gonna be a little iffy right here though because Hatsu, does she have HP? She still needs to get rid of that mobster wave up there. Oh, okay, we got it. We're fine. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna run this like we usually do. hope we will be okay for this wave here because we just need Hatsu to clear that wave. She just barely did enough damage. I still need one more ult coming out of this Hatsu here. But yeah, I'm not gonna place INGRID down until I can get rid of this goblin. Okay, we cleared that wave up there, so we're fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and ulti Volca here. And push him back. And then once he's pushed back, then I will place down INGRID, probably after this bloodbath here. Alright, and then I'll put her down here. And then get Valeria down here. Wait for her to get her ulti up. Is she single target? Yeah, she's single target. Okay. Yeah, you can tell just by checking the range. In case you can't see like the particles here. And yeah, once she gets that going there, I don't know if she's gonna survive this because, yeah, see, that's the problem with having INGRID versus Alistar, because I know for sure that Alistar has high base HP, so he'll survive that bloodbath on the same exact gear. This is the same exact gear, by the way. Whatever I used on Alistar for my last video, that same exact gear I put on INGRID. And because Alistar has a high base HP, he survives those bloodbaths. So you want those high base HP units like him, and Seraphina I know have high base HP. So just in that one instance, INGRID isn't great there. I don't know what her base HP is, so but just as you can see there, with the same exact gear, she didn't survive it. So that is what the showcase for INGRID is going to look like if you do choose to use her for Gear Dungeon 2. What matters is that you're using her to get rid of all the Volca clones. Anybody else, you know, any other DPS, you know, can clear up the mobs. But yeah, overall, I still think Alistar is better for that, but in case you are an INGRID simp and you want to use her in that way, or you just want to see what it looks like, there it is. Ta-da! So now you're curious about stats. Let me show you real quick. So, as I showed before with whatever I put on Alistar last time, same exact gear, I just switched over onto INGRID. And then to your Twilight. And then Alistar, this is his gear. It's a different Soulbound Arcana set. And then Edith is still the same thing. We have the Morale set. And Bastion Ring. Just whatever tanky pieces. And then we didn't use Livian because Baron survived this time around. I was probably doing a better job at shielding him. But in case, you know, you needed to use a backup tank, there it is. And, you know, nothing gear-wise has changed. We just want Elowen to be tanky. Yeah, all the gear is exactly the same for everybody else. Just tank build, Bastion, that's important. Valeria, exactly the same. I'm not gonna show the details of the gear pieces because that's gonna be in the previous video, which you should probably check out instead. Because like I said, this is a showcase for INGRID. But yeah, real quick, this is all the builds. And that's it. So that is going to be Gear Dungeon 2, Stage 10, and no POD. Okay, so here we are. Gear Dungeon 1, Stage 10, no POD. This is the team comp we're going to be using. And I know there's a lot of pay-to-win units in here. I'm sorry, but I don't make the rules here. Okay, so to start, we're gonna pop down Cyrene and start building up our cost. Put down a tank, and then our healer, because somebody's gonna get blasted and you need a tank ASAP. So while we wait for our cast, once we get enough, we put down Iarna here and Dolores here. This first waves is going to be a little difficult and close, and it'll get easier later once we build up our Soulbound Arcana stacks. So we just start healing up here, activate Reeves to put down some damage, and then we'll get to Greed down here. And then, yeah, we just let these archers die out. And then as soon as that happens, we sell Reeve and we get another tank up top. I'm sorry, I have my pay to win unit there. We start activating Dolores a little bit earlier. Heal up with Tremon and everything starts slowing down, slowly burning. And you have to really watch the timing here for the perfect execution. And get everybody right off the bat there. We don't want any stragglers. Alright, so when we get enough cost, we are gonna get Ingrid up top, and we're gonna start building our stacks right away. So yeah, she's also a Soulbound Arcana set once again, so you know, gonna get that going, and then we're gonna start activating Dolores here a little early. And then once again, we watch for the bottom, start executing perfectly. It'll be a lot easier since we have the Soulbound Arcana stacked up already. And at this point, if Dolores dies, it's whatever. Let me get back into AoE mode. And we're gonna start activating our top here. And I'm going to keep the tank alive. Sell Serene. Get another tank back down so the archers have something to hit. And as you can see here, even Ingrid's range, when she pops it, like her laser beam reached all the way at the bottom there, which is kind of impressive. Alright, so I'm gonna sell Reeve here so that Gon can start taking hits and then he'll get healed by our Artemis and he can build up his rage. And yeah, everything here should be rinse and repeat at this point, because that's basically all this is. Just rinse and repeat. And we'll heal up here, activate all these dudes. And watch for the bottom here for the execute. And of course Ingrid is helping out too, which is great. Okay, perfect. And I can wait until this Crimson Moon and I'll lay down Dolores for fun, just to help out a little bit. And yeah, everything that we were doing before is basically the same here. We just do the rinse and repeat over and over, and then we get Dolores up and activated. Execute, oh my gosh! And then we get Reeve down here for this archer. Come on, Ingrid! Smack him already! Alright, and yeah, so we have these last four stragglers up at the top. So once Tremon Wolf Fairy comes back, we'll pop it on Gon, and you know, Artemis does Artemis things. We just need Gon to stay alive, and that's it. Everything should be easy from here. So let me lay this down, and Artemis is coming back up, Gon is coming back up, turn on this mitigation. Just don't die, my bro, and then everything will be clear. So yeah, if you don't have Valkyria for this, you don't have Comet, but you happen to have Ingrid for whatever reason, there you go. Here is how you complete Gear Dungeon 1 Stage 10 with Ingrid. I couldn't get it to work before because I was so focused and tunneled to have her at the bottom, which is a little wonky, but if you can have everything set up at the top, it works. And there's the damage. Obviously everything is on the Vierna with all the executes, but following up is the Ingrid. If you don't have Ingrid, you could do the same thing there and put like Comet. I think Comet's probably the only other viable mage you could put there, but yeah. You could use that same setup that I just did. The bottom team, however, I can't think of any replacements that you would do for the bottom side of the map, but for the top side, you could use the same strat for a Comet if you don't have Valkyr. And then the tank doesn't have to be gone. You just need like somebody that stays alive. So if you have Brook here, you can use him too. And then just keep feeding the Tree Mom heals onto him. So as far as gear goes, I'm sure you guys want to know what the gear looks like. So again, we have Ingrid here on her Soulbound Arcana set, and as you saw, I had to like keep activating her ult to build up those stacks. And then she has max tier, fully max skilled, A1 awakening, and then Cyrene, she's just there for the rage regen so we can start getting the cost. So that doesn't really matter too much, she's not doing anything. Then we have Tremon, it's the same gear that I had for Gear Dungeon 2, the same tank build and everything. And then we have Dolores, just the standard Dolores build, prioritize attack and invig, and then I have her on Golden Scarab. And then Gon, he's just on a typical like tank build, so whatever tanky pieces you have, you just literally want your best tank gear for any tank at the top, and then just a Bastion ring. Morrigan, she's just here for the Lord buff, she's completely naked, so not like that, but you know what I mean. And then we have Captain Reeve on just another like tank set, whatever best tank gear you have, and then Bastion ring. He's not max skilled, by the way. Everybody else is max skilled. I should probably bring that up. Yeah, everyone is max skilled except Reeve that I just brought up, and then Vierna is Soulbound Arcana. Everything's max skilled damage wise except this thing. And then Tear Twilight, and she does have Awakening in A1, so that kind of helps with the res reduction, or magic res reduction. Oops. Then we have Artemis. He is on a Soulbound Arcana set. He is way overcapped on crit, by the way, because he is A1, which gives him the 50 crit, which is fine. He's A2, max skilled for the ultimate. Everything else is this, and we have Golden Scarab. And then we have Greed. He is on the Infernal Lore set, whatever good damage you could put on him. He is max awakened, max skilled, and he is on a Tome of Horror. And that's it. That's the team. I should also specify for the people that are wondering, my Pantheon is level 244 with these stats right here. Because some people could be running the same gear, same team and everything, and they're wondering like why they are not getting the same damage or whatever. Yeah, don't forget about these free stats that help out a lot. Anyway, I didn't think it would be possible, but I spent lots of time. Many hours trying to figure this out. Lots of trial and error, lots of trial and failure. Lots of trial and failure. So, I hope this paid off. I hope this helps you guys out a lot for all the Ingrid simps out there. I hope I made you guys proud, okay? I finally got Ingrid to work on Gear Dungeon 1 and 2 stages 10. So there you have it. You don't have to use Ingrid in places where I used her. You can use the same exact strategies that I used with any other single target or AoE DPS mage. So yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more content like this, and it supports the channel. So once again, I appreciate y'all for supporting me and watching me and enjoying my content. So that is it. I'm gonna finally go to sleep now. I've been so sleep deprived for so long. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Bye!